Good morning, team. In the weekend, two companies had a unlist meet. Bharat Forge had an unlist meet in their plant where they displayed their capabilities in defense, in aerospace, and even defense vehicle were displayed. We didn't attend the meeting, but there is a presentation which is a very big presentation which has been posted in the Telegram channel already with the link. Company says it is Vision 2030, where company will grow at 12 to 15% CAGR revenue growth, and EBITDA margins, they are consolidated EBITDA margin 20 plus is what they are likely to achieve, is what they have said. And now in EV also they are doing a lot of job. That capability also has been displayed. It is there in the presentation. In defense business, already they have an export order. So now to fulfill the export order, it will take 3 years to fulfill. From 6 guns, it is artillery guns. From 6 guns a month, it will gradually go to 20 guns a month. Management also expects to get artillery guns from Indian government in next financial year. They are also currently testing unmanned ground vehicle for Indian Army, and they say that is a 10x opportunity. In aerophase and aluminium forging also, they displayed their this thing. It is there in the presentation. I think Bharat Forge is one stock where we expect 10 to 15% upside in the next 3 to 6 months. Siemens also had a unlist meet. If you recollect, recently they got railway wagon, the 9,000 HP order, where 1,200 units, so almost 20,000 crores they got the order. And they also are saying that due to huge capex plan from the private sector and public sector, they stand a big chance for huge growth outlay in the next few years. They are talking about PLI scheme in semiconductor, EV vehicle, data centers, and few weeks back or few days back we shared one data. In the last 2 years in India, about 81,000 crores has been invested in data centers. So the benefit of data centers goes to Cummins, Siemens, and ABB. And we need to understand Vande Bharat fast trains also. Siemens, ABB will be a beneficiary. Electrification and signaling also will benefit ABB and Siemens. So we are very positive on Siemens and Cummins and ABB. These are companies which will do good over a period of time. So Bharat Forge, Siemens, ABB, Cummins are stocks to be in focus. Paytm came with a performance this thing where for October, November, they are saying about 5.5 million devices have been activated for offline payment. Loan October, November loan was 6,292 crores. October, November transaction users, active users are 8.4 crores, and the gross merchandise value in the last 2 months is 2,28,000 crores, lakh crores. And this week we will have Fed meeting on 14th. So on Thursday, the impact will be felt in India. Mutual fund inflow in equity has slightly declined, whereas in debt and equity combined together, we have seen some growth, but equity has declined. SIP is at 13,307 crores, but overall equity mutual fund was only 2,224 crores. So the total AUM is 40,37,000 crores. Prestige has said that 12,000 crores in pre-sale they target. There are enough land parcel, and they said they are growing their business due to NCLT and ARC. They have bought all these parcel, about 4 parcel of land they bought through this route, and that will make their sales even higher. In the last news, forex reserve for India has gone up by $11 billion to $561 billion, which is 3 months high. And in the last 2-3 weeks, there is a surge in dollar, which is very positive. We were seeing dollar getting eroded, but now again our reserves are building up, which is also very positive. Over to you, Brijesh.
थैंक यू सर। अभी जो ये रिसर्च के कॉल है वो हम एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं। स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Brijesh, we are not hearing anything.
यस सर। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं ग्लेनमार्क के साथ। तो ग्लेनमार्क का एक अपडेट था कि उन्होंने ये गोवा में जो उनके जो ग्लेनमार्क फार्मास्यूटिकल का जो बेस है वहाँ पे वो एक आइडेंटिफिकेशन हुआ है कि फूड एंड ड्रग US FDA ने बताया कि वहाँ पे काफी सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है। सो उन्होंने नोटिस इश्यू किया हुआ है उनको। सो ये जो करंट गुड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो प्रैक्टिस है उसके बेसिस पे किया हुआ है। तो ये एक अपडेट ग्लेनमार्क के ऊपर है। मैरिको ने बताया कि मैरिको ने फ्राइडे को उन्होंने एग्री किया कि वियतनाम के जो एक्स ब्यूटी की जो कंपनी है उसको एक्वायर करेंगे। बेसिकली वुमेन्स के पर्सनल केयर के रिलेटेड है। ये जो इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा 172 करोड़ का होगा। सो बेसिकली इसके पहले जो मैरिको जो सफोला कुकिंग ऑयल और पैराशूट ऑयल जो बनाती थी ये बाय करेंगे वियतनामीज कंपनी एक यूनिट के थ्रू ये बाय करेंगे। सो ये जो ट्रेड है ये एक्सपेक्टेड है 31 मार्च के तक ये कंप्लीट होने का। इसके बाद महिंद्रा हॉलीडेज के ऊपर अपडेट है। महिंद्रा हॉलीडेज ने बताया कि वो 1500 करोड़ इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स में। सो ये इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा बेसिकली नए रूम्स ऐड करने के, नए रिसोर्ट्स एक्विजिशंस के लिए, और ये उनके आगे चलते ग्रोथ को देखते हुए ये इनके प्लान्स है। उसके आगे है वीगार्ड के ऊपर। तो कंपनी ने कंज्यूमर इलेक्ट्रिकल और ये मेजर जो जहाँ पे इनका जो डिवीजन है वो बाय करेंगे सन फ्लेम एंटरप्राइजेस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड 660 करोड़ के लिए। ये कैश फ्री और डेट फ्री बेसिस होगा। ट्रांजेक्शन जो है फंडेड मिक्स होगा, इंटरनल होगा और डेप के थ्रू होगा। तो ये ट्रांजैक्शन जो कंप्लीट होगा शायद मिड जैन 2023। एंड ये उन्होंने फ्राइडे को जो एक्सचेंज में जो नोटिफिकेशन फाइल किया उसमें ये बताया। उसके बाद हीरो मोटोको पे है। तो हीरो मोटोको में फ्राइडे को अनाउंस किया कि जो उनका जो हेड स्ट्रेटेजी मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशन की जो हेड है उन्होंने रिजाइन किया है। सो तो कंपनी ने कहा है कि ये शायद वो बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए ये किया। तो उन्होंने ये बताया कि अभी जो करेंटली चीफ फाइनेंशियल ऑफिसर है निरंजन गुप्ता, वो उनको ये एडिशनल चार्ज दिया जाएगा और वो ये आगे इसको लीड करेंगे। तो बेसिकली वो ये कंपनी के CFO भी रह चुके पिछले 6 सालों में। उसके बाद है एक PSP प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर एक अपडेट है। तो उसमें कंपनी को ऑर्डर लेटर ऑफ इंटेंट मिला है फ्रॉम नीला स्पेसिस। तो ये प्रोजेक्ट है 121 करोड़ का। तो ये हाई राइज रेसिडेंशियल टावर्स के लिए है। तो ये पॉजिटिव न्यूज होगा। उसके बाद है HCL के ऊपर। HCL का शेयर्स में हमने फ्राइडे को एक काफी सारा गिरावट देखने को मिला। बेसिकली ये कंपनी के जो न्यूयॉर्क फ्राइडे को ये न्यूयॉर्क इन्वेस्टर डे हुआ था जिसमें वो कंपनी ने बताया था कि वो शायद लोअर एंड के जो साल के जो उनके लोअर एंड के जो गाइडेंस है उसको मीट कर रहे हैं। तो बेसिकली ये जो कंपनी का जो अपग्रेडेड गाइडेंस जो मिला था 12 to 14% टू 13.5 to 14.5%, ये लोअर एंड इतने सिग्निफिकेंट नहीं है। तो हमें लगता है कि ये जो ज्यादा फॉल है वो इससे ज्यादा शायद फॉल देखने को शायद नहीं मिल सकता है। तो फंडामेंटली ये HCL एक अट्रैक्टिव प्राइस पे है एंड हम इस पे बाय मेंटेन करते हैं। लेकिन हालांकि अगर ओवरऑल आईटी में पूछोगे तो हमें लार्ज कैप जैसे स्टॉक जैसे इन्फोसिस है उस पे हमें काफी ज्यादा पॉजिटिव व्यू है। एनटीपीसी पे एक अपडेट है, उन्होंने एक कमर्शियल ऑपरेशन उन्होंने एग्जीक्यूट किया है 162.27 मेगावाट्स आउट ऑफ 230 मेगावाट इथेनमपुरम सोलर प्रोजेक्ट्स पे। तो ये एक शायद पॉजिटिव न्यूज होने वाला है एनटीपीसी के लिए। और एक अपडेट है, ये जो लास्ट फ्राइडे है वहाँ पे भारत फॉर जो सीमेंट्स इनके प्रेजेंटेशंस थे, जहाँ पे भारत फौज ने अपने डिफेंस और एरोस्पेस के ऊपर उन्होंने बताया उनके ऑर्डर बुक्स और उनके क्या प्रोडक्ट्स है, उनका जो विजन 2030 का रिलेटेड है। तो इसका डिटेल प्रेजेंटेशन हमने हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल्स में डाला हुआ है। वो बोल रहे हैं कि 12 to 15% CAGR से वो ग्रो करेंगे, उनके रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ भी काफी अच्छा है, कंसोलिडेटेड मार्जिन भी 20% के हिसाब से ग्रो करेगा। वो भारत फौज अगर आप देखोगे तो ईवी वाले बिजनेस में भी है। डिफेंस के जो एक्सपोर्ट ऑर्डर बुक्स है उनके नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स के ऑर्डर बुक्स पूरे बुक्ड है। और भारत फौज ने ये भी बताया कि वो करेंटली जो 3 गन्स बनाते हैं पर मंथ, वो हो सकता है 3 गन से वो चले जाएंगे 10 गन्स पर मंथ। तो ये ओवरऑल एरोस्पेस में भी उनका काफी सारा इन्वॉल्वमेंट है। सो अगर आप हमें पूछे तो वो भारत फौज हमें लगता है कि नेक्स्ट 3 से 6 महीने में 10 से 15% का रिटर्न दे सकता है। तो भारत फौज में हमारा बाय वाला व्यू है। उसके बाद सीमेंट्स है। सीमेंट्स जो नॉर्मली रेलवेज के जो वैगन्स बनाती है, तो 9000 HP वैगन्स के ऑलरेडी ऑर्डर बुक्स है उनके पास। उनके जो कैपेक्स हैं, जो दोनों ही प्राइवेट और पब्लिक में काफी सारे ऑर्डर बुक्स हैं, तो ह्यूज ग्रोथ वो देख रहे हैं। उनके जो वो बता रहे हैं कि PIL स्कीम में भी उनके सेमीकंडक्टर और EV वेंचर्स के लेके काफी सारे प्रोडक्ट्स वो करने वाले। तो हमें हमारा दोनों ही भारत को जो सीमेंट्स पे दोनों ही पॉजिटिव व्यू है। अ, और इसके अलावा क्यूमेंस एक अलग और एक स्टॉक है जिसमें हमें लगता है कि पॉजिटिव व्यू मेंटेन करके चल रहा है। तो मार्केट में करेक्शंस में हमें इसमें अपॉर्चुनिटी देखना चाहिए। अगला एक डेटा सेंटर्स के ऊपर है। 81,000 करोड़ के करोड़ के इन्वेस्टमेंट हमें डेटा सेंटर्स में देखने को मिला है। सो ये भी एक पॉजिटिव न्यूज हो सकता है। पेटीएम के रिलेटेड एक है, उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस रहा है अक्टूबर नवंबर में, तो 5.5 मिलियन से ये बड़ा बड़ा है ऑफलाइन पेमेंट। अक्टूबर नवंबर का जो लोन ग्रोथ भी काफी ठीक देखने को मिला है और क्रेडिट यूजर्स भी बढ़े हैं। सो दैट इज गुड न्यूज फॉर पेटीएम। फेड का 14 दिसंबर को फेड के इंटरेस्ट रेट के ऊपर अपडेट्स आएंगे। तो 14 के बाद 15 थर्सडे को हमको मार्केट में थोड़ा वोलेटिलिटी देखने को मिल सकता है। ओवरऑल म्यूचुअल फंड के ऊपर एक अपडेट है कि म्यूचुअल फंड के जो इक्विटी के जो नंबर्स है, तो जो नए सब्सक्रिप्शन थोड़े कम स्लाइटली डिक्लाइन हुआ है। SIP जो है 13,307 करोड़ देखने को मिला है और AUM है वो 40,37,000 करोड़ के आसपास दिख रहा है। तो थोड़ा सा डिक्लाइन है, बट देन वो वो उतने ज्यादा नहीं है, तो दैट इज ओके। सेकंड लास्ट है प्रेस्टीज के ऊपर। उनके पास काफी सारा लैंड पार्सल है। तो ये NCLT और ARC के रिलेटेड है, तो उनके काफी सारे सेल्स काफी अच्छे, वो प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि सेल्स काफी अच्छे होंगे। तो ये पॉजिटिव न्यूज रहेगा प्रेस्टीज के लिए। लास्टली फॉरेक्स रिजर्व्स के ऊपर जो $11 बिलियन से ऊपर था। सो और इवन हमने डॉलर में एक गेन्स देखे थे। तो होगा शायद ये डॉलर इंडेक्स के लिए भी हम शायद पॉजिटिव मान के चल सकते हैं।
Technical intelligence update. If you see on Friday's session, index had opened on a positive side, but if you see on the day end, we had closed down to 8,500 and we had come to 8,400 levels. Technically, if we see index has taken support near about 20 EMA and 10 EMAs placed at 8400 and 500 zone. And if we see, then there should be a 7 days of correction from the highs of approximately 19,011. Today is the 8th day. If index manages to hold and rise above 18,500 levels and post on the positive side, then that could be a short-term or intermediate support near those levels. Failing which, if index reaches 18,400 levels, then further legs will be opening towards to 18,000 and 18,200 levels. This could be the ideal support and a good retracement also from the highs. On the sectoral front, if we see, then pharma and FMCG were the sector which closed in the green, but major selling was in the IT due to the HCL Tech news of revising their management guidance. And if you see, the whole IT pack was on reading under very deep pressure. So we should stay put from the IT stocks for as of now, let the news settle down, and then we should enter. And we should stay largely in the large caps only, for example, Infosys and TCS. And PSU banks also witnessed a little bit of selling pressure on that end of formerly by Realty. So technically, if we, this could be this week could be more of a breather week only. And if 18,400 is held, then we should move ahead higher. Bank Nifty again stood to be a leader. It managed to hold its levels, and from the past trend trading session, 43,000 was a very crucial support, and which it has managed to hold. And overall, the week also ended on a positive side only by 1.23%. So Bank Nifty is again slightly outperforming from the Nifty, and it is managing to hold and consolidate a very tight range. So 43,000 would be a key crucial level, and above 44,000, we could see a move towards 44,500 and 45,000 level. On the derivatives front, if we see, then Nifty futures showing short build-up to the tune of 1.83%, and PCR also dipped from 0.85 to 0.76 for the Nifty. And if we see on the options front, if we see, the 18,600 is seeing a hurdle over there and led by 18,700. But on the support side, we see 18,600 is the immediate support, and then 18,400 could be the next support on the Nifty futures. Similarly, for the Bank Nifty, witness a short covering to the tune of 7%. There could be there was a reduction of 2.2 lakh shares in the OI, and the PCR also dipped from 1.25 to 0.97 levels. And for the options front, if we see, then 43,500 would be acting as a support, while 44,000 would be acting as a hurdle. So long bundles were seen in Equipments India, AU Bank, and HDFC, while short builders were seen in HCL Tech, PNB, and Metropolis. On the FIs front, if we see, then FIs and the cash had sold to the tune of 158 crores, while DIs bought to the tune of 501 crores. And if we see their futures, they were again short. They reduced their positions by 10,000 contracts. So now their long wall only 26,000 contract, and long short ratio stands at 57%. Once the ratio dips below 50, then we will keep a watch on it, and we'll see how the FIs are moving it. Stocks should be kept on radar, should be Siemens, Marico, and HDFC Bank. These are looking strong and could be a defensive over here. Both HDFC Bank, if it rallies, then Bank Nifty would be also getting a support from this side. Today morning, we've seen XGSS giving an opening of around 80 odd points. If we manage to hold 18,400, then we'll see over there. So that's it from mine. I'll hand over to Vishal sir for the reports.
Yeah, sorry. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, team. To start off with a couple of from fundamental side. So PSP projects has mentioned, like, they received a letter of intent from Neela Spaces for a project of 121 odd crore. This is for the residential project which this company is doing. So if you look at overall order inflow for PSP projects in this particular year has crossed what they have received in FY22 as a whole. And ordering, with this ordering, now company order book will surpass 5,000 odd crore mark, which is quite positive for the company. Within this company, like you look at, we have a currently buy rating on the stock with the target price of 750. Overall, within the infra and construction space, we are seeing that order inflow has been pretty strong. And starting from a top, when you look at L&T, which has received a pretty strong set of inflow, and despite their SOTP valuation, which is like couple of IT and finance stock, couple of IT stocks which are there, Mindtree or maybe TC Mindtree, and then they have L&T Infotech. Despite that, the stock is all-time high. This is primarily led by the construction side of the business, which is the core segment, has been pretty strong and doing pretty well. So that's, I mean, overall, I mean, in PSP, we continued a positive view and a buy rating on the stock. IT, I mean, this was partially discussed at the initial part of the call. It has seen a sharp downtick in the last trading day. So HCL has come out. I mean, HCL, reason for the sharp fall in HCL stock was like, company in one of the investor day held at New York, US. They have said like, they'll achieve a lower end of the guidance. And that has like, led to a pretty sharp downtick in the stock. And I think overall, I mean, what we believe is though valuation in HCL Tech continue to remain positive side, but within the space, I mean, we prefer to be in a large cap, including with the likes of Infosys in IT space. Next is on NTPC. So NTPC has commenced commercial operation of its first part of the capacity of 162 megawatt out of 230 megawatt at Itiapuram and solar PV project. Overall company, this is positive for the company, and our company has been commissioning capacity on the solar and the renewable side of the portfolio, and that is quite positive. In the cement space, J. Prakash Associates will be doing a board meeting today to sell one of the unit, and overall the key contender remains like, Dalmia Bharat is one such contender. Again, the names of Adani, that is Ambuja and ACC combined is one, and Ultratech. So we are, I mean, like, waiting for more update, like which in the board meeting, any particular name that the company or J. Prakash Associate will announce. Overall, I mean, if you look at M&A activity in the cement space has been pretty strong, and price hike has been there in this month, even the last month, and overall the fuel cost is weakening. That is quite positive for improving the margins for the company in the this quarterly results, and again in the quarter 4. In the cement space, we have a positive view on Ultratech, where we are maintaining our buy rating. Next is on RVNL. So RVNL has announced the stock exchanges, like, they have formed a joint venture company with the, that is like, I mean, if you recall, they were preparing a DPR for a 20,000 odd crore order in Kyrgyzstan. And this JV which they have formed is in the Kyrgyzstan industry with OJSC JV, which is like, a domestic company of Kyrgyz. And the share in this JV will be 50-50. We are again, like, in terms of news flow, next thing to watch will be like, whenever they announced an L1 or the 20,000 odd crore order book, which they have been telling to the market for quite some time. So that is the key event to watch from here on now. Next is on Yes Bank. So Yes Bank, they have announced, like, the Reserve Bank of India has issued 2 letters to Yes Bank for an approval to propose the capital raise plan from Carlyle Group and Varventa Holdings. Now, this is positive because if you look at this investor infusing money of investor coming into the bank, this will repose faith in terms of, like, any new investor in this company, because gross NPA has been one of the key concern, because that weakness which have been there from quite some time, that has not arrested, and that has led to, like, overall weak sentiments and Yes Bank. Now with this particular capital infusion which is there, and probably, like, it is more like a process has been kind of approved by IDBI, though the next step company will be doing a completion and talking with the investors, but overall the investment do repose faith in what exactly the company doing post the management change, with, like, with the SBI. I mean, like, one of the key member was given the position to run the business. So I mean, we don't have a rating, but overall it's a positive news flow on this particular stock. And last thing from my side is, like, IDBI Bank, the deadline to submit expression of interest by key investor, it looks like, given there are a couple of, like, December is a little light month in terms of doing a business for many of the FIs and many of the companies which are working outside India, and the bidding or the last date for the bid submission could be extended. Earlier this was December 16 was the deadline, and now the new deadline, which is yet to come out, exact name, but overall the media report suggests, like, probably it will be probably mid of January, so that, like, the people who are working and they want to submit bid, they could get a better time to further do a due diligence. Yeah, so that's it from my side, and I'll hand it over to sir now. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Few updates from my side. First update on Glenmark. The US FDA identified a number of failures at the Glenmark Pharmaceutical Bardez-based facility in Goa. So basically creating drug formulation in warning letters sent to Glenmark and Managing Director Glenn Saldan. The warning notice lists serious infractions of current good manufacturing practice rules for finished pharmaceuticals and according to the US Health Authority. The next update on Marico. Marico said it has agreed to acquire Vietnam's UTX Corporation, the owner of women's personal care branch, Purity Day and Olive for 172 crores. The maker of Sapula cooking oil and parachute oil will buy now Vietnam's company through its unit, Marico Southeast Asia Corp. And the transaction is expected to be completed by 31st March. The next update on Mahindra Holidays. Mahindra Holidays and Resort India Limited updated that the company has planned to invest up to 1,500 crore in the next 3 years in the expansion, including room additions and resort acquisition, as per the PGI reported. And as per the report, the company is also considering launching a new upscale brand for managing resorts, through which it will be also look further grow its club Mahindra membership. The next update on Hero MotoCorp, the company announced that the resignation of its head of strategy and merger and acquisition and global product planning, Malo Leif Mason. The company said that it has decided to pursue opportunities outside, and Chief Financial Officer Niranjan Gupta has been given additional charge of heading strategy, merger acquisition for the company, and he has been CFO for the past 6 years. The last update on V-Guard Industry. The V-Guard Industry will buy Sunflame Enterprise Private Limited for 616 crore on cash-free, debt-free basis. The transaction will be funded through a mix of internal accruals and debt. Transaction is expected to be completed by mid-January 2023. So that's it from mine. Now I will hand over to Prabhakar sir. Thank you and over to you, sir.